Hey guys, what's up? Happy full moon in Leo. Leo, sun is in Aquarius, so we have this wonderful full moon in Leo. And it's amazing. It's powerful. You guys, it's intense. You know, I was sharing some comments and saying just the other day that the energy of Aquarius season is like peak mental frequency, you know? We are in Aquarius season. We are, and you think of it, you think of Aquarius as the star in the tarot, right? The major arcana, guiding you back to your true north, realigning you with hope, realigning you with invigoration, with inspiration. You know, Aquarius is very high frequential energy. That's also your fixed air sign. So, you know, if you think on the wheel of the year, right? Aquarius is going to be a culmination of a lot of your thoughts. Pisces is going to be the last sign in the zodiac wheel. So, whereas we've started our Lunar New Year now, we're also at the season of Imbolc. Happy Imbolc to you. Birthday of the trees, Candlemas, you know, that was this week. And the energy of the return of the light, welcome the light. It's a very gestational time energetically, right? So, if you, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, you know, we've entered the Lunar New Year. We have, now as we pass, as we flow, as we evolve and expand through Aquarius season, we are, then we'll be at Pisces season. That'll be the last, the archetypal energy, the end of the zodiac wheel, so to speak, right? And then spring equinox, restarting the zodiac, all the way around the wheel again, right? So Aquarius season, the fixed air sign, there's a lot of mental activity going on, right? And it's going to be fast forward. It's going to be, you know, the frequency is going to be higher. So it's peak mental energy. We have all planets direct until like April. We have Jupiter and Aries. So, I mean, the expansion, it's like light hitting through a prism, you know, and boom, all the rainbow colors. So, I love that for us. It's very gorgeous. It's very, and then, you know, here we are in the Leo full moon portal here. It's like a huge personal unfolding. So it's like, you know, you literally the expression of you being was it like a Pink Floyd album? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The light going through the prism. It is creative energy. You know, it's a huge expansion. It's huge. The energy of Leo wants to be courageous. It wants to be bold. It wants to be passionate. And it's peak mental energy, peak creative, authentic expression. But I will say on the shadow side, and we all have every signature of the archetypes of these zodiac energies within us, right? Whenever I do natal chart or tarot one-on-one work, I encourage people to understand that. You know, it's just a tool for learning about yourself. So all of the seasons, all the signs, etc., they have something to teach us. So we are also aware that the expressions of these have lower vibrations and higher vibrations. It's a natural law of polarity, right? We are swinging both ways, and ideally, we want to find our balance in the center. So the tough thing about Aquarius season, especially at a powerful peak like a Leo full moon, is that peak mental frequency can swing if you're not finding yourself in a place working on your healing journey, already seeking balance, already seeking release. And this is a massive, very powerful release portal, so that you can really step into moving ever so quickly into the spring equinox season. You know, embodying the truest, most authentic version of yourself, right? If you're not doing that in a place that's rooted and grounded in an open heart chakra and that is authentic, and you're already working on healing and you have these practices in place, the mental energy can get fucking overwhelming. We can spin very quickly into mental overdrive, angst, anxiety, just overthinking. Aquarius is our fixed air. That's overthinking. I'm overthinking what I'm overthinking. And then I'm thinking, you know what I mean? You can also, it's like max spaced out alien. I'm in the cosmos. I'm 50,000 light years ahead, and that's beautiful for vision work, for inspiration, for humanity, for healing and such. But we got to be grounded. So I'm really encouraging grounding in this time. You guys, this is it is such a good combo full moon. The Leo energy, a Leo full moon in Aquarius season, we are still tightening our vision work. We're definitely probably in the process now of formulating plans of the vision. It has taken form, whether that's your mind, body, spirit goals, whatever it is that you're working on, and bettering, evolving the vision of yourself authentically, please. That makes you happy, that's rooted in your purpose. But anyway, it's a great time for vision work. Make a vision board. If you can't do it today, do it next week. Write down, petition, write your manifestations, your goals, write these things down. This is a wonderful time energetically to do so. And it's just powerful. They're, radical, there's radical transformational energy frequencies. There is huge creative breakthroughs. There's what am I saying? There is just such a it's just this, the way I see it in my mind's eye is literally like a prism effect, and of course, you're not going to wake up tomorrow just because it's a Leo full moon and be like, boom, wow, everything on the vision board, just look at it come. No, we have seeds and we do the work and such as it is. But I'm saying this is a wonderful time to have just peak mental clarity, vision. There's also, on a spiritual note, it's such a high vibrational level of clarity, purity, of energy. At the same time we're doing this vision work and this boom creative expansion, again, remember, we have Jupiter in Aries too, so it's like whoosh, 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 you know what I mean? It's like, let's pour some fuel on the fire. Okay, but again, to hold these frequencies, to make them, beneficial, we need to be rooted and grounded. We need to have good, solid, healthy heart chakras, good body embodiment, practices, meditation practices, so to speak. Not perfectionism, but, practices that we know how to, this mental energy and this high vibrational frequency can become very overwhelming. So it's also an excellent time. You think of it like a big bang in the void of the universe, or like, on a summer's night, you go lighten your, what am I thinking of? Citronella candles out, on your land and shit. What's going to happen with such a bright flame? So will come the moths. So will come the flies. So will come the blood-sucking mosquitoes. You get me? So this type of peak frequency is also excellent for release. Release. I know that the tribe, my spirit family, my gang, I would say, that I do a lot of one-on-one work with, people who I do natal charts and tarot with, stuff like this, right? We have been going through a procession of just cyclically releasing corded energies, attachments, emotional release. And this can be on a spiritual level, a ritual level. This can be releasing past attachments to old versions of yourself, which is ultimately the base of the work. I'll tell you that. Now, I'm not going to say every now and then we don't got to get out here and roll our sleeves up and do a little bit of protective work and we going back to the citronella candle, so you can go back around your yard a few times if you need to, and as such, in the way that you need to in your own practice. Maybe you spraying the spray out and letting the mosquitoes know they can't come feed off here anymore, Because when we have a frequency like shifting from the age of Pisces, guys, into the age of Aquarius, there's such a boom awakening. Remember us talking about the Big Bang Theory in the void, or lighting a big torch in the middle of a dark field, or I mean, I don't know, you could use a ton of different examples, right? But you're always going to have the bottom feeder energy. You're always going to have the coattail energy. You're always going to have the comeback energy, because it's just a moth to a flame. And so I will say, at the same time as you're experiencing this, like I said, I'm seeing this huge prism effect. What's going to happen to the people as you evolve onward and upward? You are on a different changing frequency. So when you don't resonate on a certain frequency anymore and people come back and they're looking for you, this is why the release work, twofold, with the vision, the huge vision work that you can have access to right now for creative inspiration, for self-growth, for renewal, for recreation, reinvigoration of whatever it is, yourself, your body, your career, your creative goals, your spiritual, personal, psychological evolution. Whatever it is, I'm saying, when you change your attunement to a different frequency channel and people come look for you, they're going to be angry that you are not there. Mosquito is going to get pissed off when it's like, wow, you put the citronella candles out? It's like, oh, we can't come feed anymore. It's also this vibe. And I like to stay on those lower vibratory frequencies. And yes, I do. Yes, I do call them lower vibratory. It's not toxic positivity. I'm talking about energy and frequency. What you pay attention to, what you focus on, where your attention, what I'm saying, your energy, where your focus and your energy go. What am I trying to say, guys? Where your focus and your energy goes, that's where, what the fuck, y'all? Where your focus and attention flows, that's where your energy goes. You know what I mean? So I don't like to spend tarot readings, and I don't like to spend, I don't interpret the cards in a way where we constantly just be, oh, so-and-so is doing this, Listen, what happens naturally is that when you attune your own frequency and you get so busy rolling up your sleeves and creating an energetic current, and in a timeline like this, in the age of Aquarius, in this peak frequency, we have Jupiter in Aries until May, is like a natural attunement. You're so worried about bettering yourself. You're so worried about finding harmony and balance in yourself, healing, doing your own shadow work, becoming engulfed in your creative goals. This attunes your frequency to a higher level. All I'm saying is just continue to do your spiritual hygiene. You know what I mean? Release, your meditative practices and things like this, because there's always outer lying bottom feeder energy looking for a leaky aura, looking for a place to attach. And is what it is. We don't have to spin out. That's asking for an opening of any kind of corded attachment when you start spinning out and worrying about that too much. So it's just something to have an awareness of. This is an excellent full moon. If you feel any lingering emotional, spiritual, energetic, whatever cords, you guys, because we don't just have 3D bodies. You know what I mean? We have emotional bodies, we have auric bodies, we have psychic bodies, we have meridians, we have chakras, all this, So just keep up your energetic, spiritual routine hygiene. Okay. But if you are still working through the ends and the releases of attachments, energy cords, and different things like this, this is a great full moon to really find huge closure. There's a huge frequency out there for that. In whatever way that it is you do this work. There's going to be a natural, palpable energy that will aid you in that, because the combination of Leo and Aquarius is so powerful. Sun in Aquarius, full moon in Leo, both fixed energies of air and fire. So you're going to put an intention out there, whether it's to banish attachments, whether it's to do a massive release on whatever level is resonant to you, or whether it is to call in, and it may be combinations of these things, but whether it is to call in things, whether you're writing petitions, Usually at the full moon, we're focused more on releasing, but to each their own. Follow your own intuition and your own practice. But either way, you have a powerful portal, accessible of energy. Wow, I just realized I was shuffling the deck upside down, but it's funny because this came out. So twofold feeling on the Seven of Wands here with this full moon in Leo. There's definitely a radical shift for you, for us, in how we view ourselves, how seriously we take our passions. I'm hearing with this Jupiter and Aries placement too, and all these planets direct. It's kind of like, you picked up your wands. Remember our wands here. That's our suit of fire. That's our chi, our spirit, our Mirakai, Mirakesh. That's our soul, our willpower, our creative source, our energy, right? We picked up our wand, and it's kind of like this energy of not today, bitch. I'm sorry, that's how I'm hearing it. So I'm just going to say it like that. But it is, you know what? Look, I've got something to express. I've got something I'm really dedicated to. I've got something I'm creating. Damn, maybe I'm recreating myself, or I'm recreating a business, or I have a goal that I'm creating, whatever it is this year. Not today. And all these wands will always come back. Tap, tap, tap. Hey, do you have some of this to give? Hey, can you call me back? Hey, can you give a little bit? No. The Seven of Wands is definitely giving like energetic boundaries and owning your no. This is a very interesting card to see too, because there's a big dynamic between Leo Aquarius. It's very much like the self and the group, me, and then my connection to the collective. So it's an interesting dynamic to see with the Seven of Wands, because we do have to balance, what am I working on for myself and my own vision? What am I contributing towards kind of the whole, am I fighting for something at the end of the day that's not really helping the collective progress? So that's kind of an interesting point to think about with this card too. But I really like to see the Seven of Wands for the Leo full moon, because it kind of asks you how the people that you surround yourself with are affecting you every single day. And get real about it. Get real about it. And that is spoken, please know, love and light, with all due respect. That's spoken from a person who was like crippled to being crippled by being attached to people pleasing for a long time. Very codependent person for a long time. So please know I say that from the bottom of my heart. Get fucking real. Please. I love you. Get real about who you give your attention to, who influences your mind and your thoughts, and is like the relationships, the connections that you're surrounded with. Energetic boundaries, own your no, take yourself seriously. You know what? Damn, I'm going to stand up for what it is that I'm creating, for what it is that I'm passionate about, right? Love to see the Seven of Wands for this energy. Well, I will tell you this though, Uranus is direct, but Uranus is making a square to this full moon. In Leo, so it can be a little bit, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So, whereas Aquarius is like, hey guys, listen, round up. Like, I have a really cool, unique idea. Let's get out of the box. Uranus is more like, I'm going to snatch you by the collar and I'm going to punch you with a left hook that you never saw coming, because I'm really sick of waiting on you to pay attention to this. And if we got to get rebellious with it, we can get it's got like... Uranus has got more of like for the streets energy with catching your attention, because you refuse to see something that you really need to see. You know what I'm saying? The sun and the moon are both squaring Uranus. There's kind of some Taurus energy in there going on, and it can feel, again, we want to be grounded. We can call on the Taurus energy in the mix to kind of help us get rooted and grounded, embodiment, so that we're not overwhelmed. Again, with Aquarius, with Uranus, there can be like an agitated, restless feeling. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that Uranus, I think, wants us to see is, listen, once again, Seven of Wands, listen, Ace of Pentacles. With the energy we have in the Chariot year, in the 7 year, with Jupiter and Aries literally until May. That's big. You know what I'm saying? All planets direct until April. Hello, you have a huge, okay, again, the effect, the influence of the Taurus energy. You've got this Ace of Pentacles. All right, so let's stand in our truth. Let's be authentic and let's be real. Okay, listen, let's take calculated risks, but let's be risky about how serious we want to get with what this inheritance is that we're claiming. Maybe it's a version of yourself that you're ready to grow into, and you've been doing shadow work and you want to let old wounds go. Maybe it's time for you to say, you know, I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to start this creative project. I'm going to accept that I might fail, but I'm going to fight for what makes me feel passionate. Maybe it is eliminating energetic, emotional contracts out of your life so that you can receive a spiritual inheritance or a blessing from healing ancestral karma. Whatever, you know, and this is a general collective reading, but whatever the inheritance is that you're receiving, that you're going to nurture with this expansive, bold, courageous full moon in Leo and Jupiter in Aries right now. Don't settle for things that don't align with your truth. So it's like Uranus, again, Uranus kind of snatch you by the collar a little bit, but it's for your betterment so that you can understand. Listen, you know, you limit yourself by continuing to entertain things that are not authentic to you. And then you get bleedy, leaky energy and you give too much and you can't focus and you're not prioritizing what spirit is speaking to you, what you're intuitively led and passionate about and getting serious about, or fear-based thinking about, well, I don't know, you know, Aquarius is going to say, hey, let's talk about it. But Uranus is going to say, I mean, even Leo will be like, bitch, we don't have time for this. So it's a big release of, it's a huge release of, release anything that's an obstacle to what you desire. Release anything that's not aligned with your truth and your authenticity. Release anything that chokes your expression, right? No. Those are your wands. They're not mine. If you could kindly back away, I'm really trying to work over here toward my Ace of Pentacles. And look, you know, love and light, respectfully, don't have nothing to do with you. That's what it sounds like to me, you know? That's what it sounds like to me. It's a huge, empowering, like, you know, when we have T-squares, they can give us this big energy, and this fixed sign energy of like, what are you resisting changing? Because on the other side of that, there may be a huge breakthrough. There may be a huge, blessing, a huge, again, inheritance. And that inheritance, of course, is not just about money. Please think bigger, think energy, think of abundance and expansion in different ways. You know, money is the result of lots of other things. Okay, don't limit yourself like that. That's a video for another day. But you know, it's very much like if you are choosing to couple release work with whatever you're petitioning, if you're doing that, again, to me, traditionally, that's a lot more like new moon work, but I can understand people doing it with this powerful of a full moon, and in this, you know, culmination of the first lunar cycle of the year. But I would say, I would encourage journal, make lists, write down if you're working on release. What are the repetitive patterns? What are the relationships? What are the old versions of yourself? What are the habits that you are, remember Uranus and Taurus energy working with each other. What are the habits that you keep embodying every day that really do not empower you? Okay, so that's a big message. What else do we have? You know, I don't want to get too astrologically terminology like heavy, but we do have interesting squaring going off with the lunar nodes, and we've got Taurus and Scorpio energy going on. I will just say, there's going to be huge karmic healing at the release of this full moon. And, I'm talking on a karmic, energetic, 5D self level. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your higher I am self. I'm talking about however you label it, your angelic, your high frequency, your starseed, your other ancestors are working in the other realms, working while you're dreaming, working while you meditate. It's like I was telling a friend just the other day, earlier this week, it's like karmic surgery going on right now. It's massive. Speak to your guides, call out to your ancestors, express gratitude, give thanks for this full moon. I don't know if that's a message for someone. It's a big message for me. I used to have a very specific ritual to give thanks, and I have not done it. And my guides, my ancestors, my higher self have literally had my ass, you guys. They've cared for me so highly, above, behind, to the left, to the right, below. They've been before me. They've stood behind me. And from 2020 all the way up to now. Whoo! Don't get me going. Oh, and I was reminded I used to do this very specific thing when I was just a wee baby, still in my apprenticeship. And I don't really like share my personal rituals. You shouldn't either, but to each their own. If you have a ritual for thanks that involves your ancestors, your guides, the spirit of the earth, however you title that, and especially if it involves an offering that you return to the earth, do that. I remember I had a teacher one time that told me, this is not my practice, but I thought it was cool. She was like, if you don't have anything else to offer in nature and you're out, maybe you're getting something, you're harvesting, foraging, take, spit into the soil as a way to say thank you. Take a piece of your hair, leave it to the tree. Just little things, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like specific rituals of gratitude for your ancestors, your higher self, your light body team, your guides, for the highest and best good, and meaning no harm always, of course, that are with you all the time. You are them, they are you. You're never separate. So I'm hearing gratitude and thanks. Again, Ace of Pentacles, boons of big inheritance we're fighting for, we're working hard for. The karmic surgery going on a high level. You may be having huge revelations of healing. You may, it's like unraveling. It's like powerful, repeating karmic cycle loops. Again, in my tribe, it's been a lot of these karmic cycles, ancestral lineage, these big breakthrough moments. And I'm not surprised because of the way that Saturn and Aquarius have been transiting with each other, breaking down strongholds, coming back around, being mature, thinking of new ways, growing, evolving, becoming more authentic, but taking accountability of the self. Again, especially in this age of Aquarius. I'm not surprised because Saturn, I think January 17th, 18th, Saturn moved back into Aquarius. Now, after Saturn exits Aquarius sometime in March, I don't have it right in front of me. It's not going to happen again for like 28 years, I think, is what I was, when I was studying. I've been doing some one-on-one natal charts where we've talked a lot about Saturn and Aquarius placements. So yeah, I'm not surprised. We've been doing massive, hey, we're going to go back and we're going to study this again because you need to leave this grade. It's time. Age of Aquarius, we ain't staying in the same grades. We're not repeating grades. If you're still repeating grades in Earth School in the Age of Aquarius, don't get me wrong. We're all going to evolve. You're either going to get dragged kicking and screaming, or you're going to do it like a dance. You're going to embrace it. You're going to find the wisdom and the healing of it. Okay, but either way is going to happen. But I'm blessed. We don't want to be. There's too many. There's so much massive healing, breaking of the repetition, letting go of fear. I'm ready to take up space. I'm ready to emerge. It's huge alchemy energy. It's so huge. Don't miss it. Again, Saturn Aquarius energy. We've been taking the grade over. We've been studying. I'm going to study again. Okay, shit, I failed. We've been doing this. 2023, that's the year of the Chariot. No, we are riding up and out of the karmic cycles. There's a lot of karmic, high 5D level, etheric, energetic surgery going on. Trust and know and understand. Call on your guides and ancestors, and they're with you. It's a massive release, massive energetic shift. This full moon, okay? I want you just to know how powerful it is and what's on the other side of it for you. You may kind of, flushing out from this full moon. You kind of have some fears that will be released. Loss, betrayal, again, just all these different dynamics of karmic cycles, whether it doesn't have to be romantic partner. It could have been a soulmate. It could be family members. It could be, I'm sick and tired of fucking working the same type of job because I know I'm worth more. I'm tired of belittling my creative dream. I'm tired of saying that I can't move and go there. I don't have to even orient myself this way. You know what I'm saying? Release of massive energetic, emotional, psychological strongholds. Big stuff, guys. Big stuff. Our spirit team, like, come on through. I'll meet you on the other side. Right? Okay. Does spirit, our ancestors and guides have anything else for us? Okay. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, because what's going to happen is once we receive this inheritance after this big push out, after this big flush out, this big release, is number one, people will be reaching for our energy, okay? And whether that's through thought projection, whether that's on an etheric, spiritual, emotional level, or literally people are going to be tap, and wow, you seeming real successful. Tap, wow, you've elevated. Wow, you're different. And spirit, your ancestors, your higher self are going to say, it is very important. Remember, alchemy, and the work of alchemy is balance. It's very important where you give your attention, your time, your energetic, your emotional contracts to. Okay? Pay attention to that. And where you feel, and this makes sense too, because you know what? I wasn't even thinking about Venus square Mars. Anyway, when you are ready to accept the inheritance, it requires a bigger responsibility. It requires more focus, more concentration. Is it going to require more of you guys? If it didn't, everyone will be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But this Leo full moon release, this beautiful celebration of your authenticity, your courage, your power to show up and fucking roar in the face of the shit that wants to be an obstacle. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. We can call our energy back to ourselves, become aligned, embodied, and we have control about what we put our energy, what we put our focus into, how we structure our time, what we allow to have access to us. You know what I mean? Why is he juggling? Why is he standing on only one foot? How many things is he giving himself away to? And could he maybe be making a different choice so that he can be a better steward, so to speak, of this inheritance? So I'm super excited about the frequency of this beautiful willpower, determination, desire, creative, fiery energy that's going to come through for us. And it's wonderful. I didn't even touch on, Venus being in Pisces. Even more delicious magic. But I hope you guys have a wonderful full moon in Leo, and whatever way that you do your work, whatever way that you honor yourself and your practice and your release, I hope you take good care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your full moon evening. As always, you guys can, everything's listed there in my descriptions, but you guys can, or in my, in my about, I don't put all that stuff in my descriptions every time, you guys, but like in my about, is my email, is all my different social medias and whatnot, but you can always email me for inquiries, or visit my website about tarot reading, or I need to update my astrological offerings on the website. It's just, it's been so busy since like December. I haven't had a chance to, but I love you guys all. Please also get your feet in some nature. If all you can manage to do is walk the fuck outside barefoot and put your feet on the soil, do that grounding. Let the magnetic grid of Gaia serve you in that way, and take good care of yourself out there, okay? I'll talk to you soon.